yara nyilla domoro ka diate
boy janno sikes restaurant
e sa nakko be ninna dimbal nimba domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendil lo dunia kono domoro betama nyillom international otoda number 1
amanke ba domola jandama
e sa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa nakko sa futandin
e oto sa nakko be mu sikes restaurant
ndafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's Restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But
Don't you know about Baluwo?
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 What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as
from the coffee break. Council, if we're ready to continue, please proceed. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much. Mr. Usher, can you please guide the witness in? Welcome back, Madam So.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you had a refreshing break.
Yes.
So can we continue now?
Okay, no problem.
Before the end of the break, you had told us about your work with the Presidential Alternative Treatment Program. You told us that you were responsible for collecting blood samples from patients and taking it to the lab. You told us that there was no unique numbering system, that it was just with each badge a number is assigned to a patient and later taken to the lab and brought back. And because of that, you were not sure if it's the same group of individuals that you were testing over and over again, not so. And you narrated how you took blood samples to Egypt to check their CD4 count and their viral load. And you also mentioned that at no time during the program did they conduct the antigen and antibody test, which is available in the Gambia, and that the antigen and antibody test would have been a definitive means of knowing whether the person actually has been cured of HIV or not. Not so. I would just like to ask a few questions with respect to what we had discussed, just to get some clarification. The failure of the program to provide a unique number of identification for each patient. Can you tell us why they did not do that? Why they didn't provide a unique number for each patient from the time the patient is admitted? That is, if you know.
No, for that one I don't know.
You were with the program from 2009, correct?
Yeah.
And at what point did you did your services stop with respect to the program?
Around 2012.
2012. So you worked with them for 4 years?
Yes.
During that 4 years, how many badges were admitted into the program?
Because for me, I only met 4th and 5th batch.
The fourth and fifth batch. Can you tell us approximately how many people were in the 4th and 5th batch?
I can't tell, but it's some badges will go up to 80 something, some will go up to 60 something.
Let's say approximately you were working with close to 100?
Yes.
Or more than that?
It's not up to 100.
But you were working with them, not so?
Yeah.
And how many badges did you check, like did you draw samples from? Was it only the 4th and 5th badge, or did you also draw samples from the 1st to the 3rd badge while you were there?
No, from the 3rd, because when I came in, I met the 4th batch, but some patients from the 3rd batch were also there.
So roughly, can you estimate how many people you were dealing with at one time?
That's what I'm saying, about 80-something patients.
You told us that one batch, that is the 4th batch, may have been up to 80 or 60.
Yes.
And the 5th batch may have been close to that number too, which is more than 100, not so. So if you add the 3rd batch there, it's close to 200 people that you were dealing with at one time.
No, it's not at one time.
Can you please explain that?
Yes, maybe the 4th batch is not up to 60, because there are remaining patients from the 3rd batch which added to the new batch, making it 60-something or 80-something. That's what I said.
So you were dealing with a large number of people?
Yes.
And in dealing with a large number of people that do not have any unique numbers to identify them, you cannot for sure vouch that all the people that you were drawing blood from were HIV positive, can you?
That's what I think, because...
Can you for sure vouch that all the people that you were dealing with were HIV positive?
That's what they write, because the status were there.
Personally, can you vouch that they were HIV positive?
No.
And because of the large number of people, you would not know whether 1 or 2 people will be added to the numbers that you'll be taking, do you?
No.
Because of the manner in which the tests were taken and the manner in which the patients were recorded, that kind of system, would you say it was a system that would work?
It's not the normal system.
So the system was prone to manipulation. Would you say that?
Yes, but because it's not the normal procedure we were taking.
Because the system was not the normal procedure, and there were several abnormalities in it, which you have already outlined. Now, would you say that particular system was prone to manipulation?
Yes.
And you being only limited to a specific role of collecting sample and taking it to a particular place and bringing it, would you be in a position to notice when the system is being manipulated?
No.
You did mention that you went to Egypt 5 times. And in those 5 times that you went for, what was the purpose of it? Was it for discharged patients that you went for?
Yes.
And you told us that in that, within those test results that you brought back, there will be sometimes 15 or 5 people that will be undetectable. Would you for certain, we've already analyzed the fact that if you take a person that does not have HIV/AIDS and you check this antiviral load, it will be undetectable.
Yeah.
So would you for certain know that those 15 or 5 individuals that are placed in there, would you know whether they are HIV positive for certain or not?
No.
We have received evidence from witnesses, one in particular, Fatou, who stated that at the time when they were drawing blood from their group members, some soldiers were added to the people that they drew blood from.
For Fatou Jata's batch, I was not there. Those are the first batch. That time, Bacheli was there.
You were not there. Another witness from the 5th batch, Fatmata Bari, also mentioned there were some people that were in their group that were not HIV positive, that they added there when they were drawing their blood samples.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know.
Would you say that the situation that was created at that time can allow for such things to happen?
Yes, because it's the person who said it. Maybe they know, they see them, but for me, I don't.
Yeah. Would you say that the procedure that they laid out, would you say that it was so concrete that that could not have happened?
It can happen.
So it could have been, it could have been the case.
It can happen.
Thank you very much. Now, I'll just like to ask your own personal views about the treatment program. You had been with the patients in and out. You said you were not stationed there. But what did you make of that presidential alternative treatment?
Okay, the little knowledge, little medical knowledge I have, I know that HIV cannot be cured. But you cannot also blame the patients, because if you are sick and you know that this disease cannot be cured, and you have somebody, a president for that matter, announce that he can cure HIV, obviously people will just run and join the treatment. Maybe you go up to the extent of knowing that this cannot cure this HIV, then you go back whilst it was too late. I think we should just pray we don't have this kind of leaders again in the country. That's my...
Do you think that the treatment was effective?
No, because if it is effective, it will be cured. But none of them cured, because if it is cured, if you test the antigen antibody again, you will have negative. But I don't see anybody having negative after the treatment.
And with respect to the treatment, there was no time that they actually did conduct an antigen and antibody test on the samples you collected?
After the treatment?
Yes.
No.
Well, thank you very much. After going to Egypt for over 5 times back and forth, what happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
They did not send again, because after 2012, I don't know, they did not admit. The patients will just come to the clinic and take medication and going back.
During those times, did they call you for any type of work there?
No.
During the time that you were with the presidential alternative treatment, did you receive any remuneration from the program?
Yes, they give me $1,000 for a month.
How about your work at the RBTH? Was it still running as smoothly as always?
Yes.
Apart from you, was there anyone else that was collecting blood samples from the patients? That is apart from you and Bachili?
No.
None at all. During the time when you were collecting blood samples from the patients, were you aware of any deaths that occurred during the course of the program?
Not, because I don't stay with them. If any deaths occur, if I don't ask, I will not know.
Was there any time that you drew a sample from a patient that was really sick and you went there and did not see that patient again?
I cannot know, because if at all I went back there and that patient is not in my list to collect sample again, I will not bother to check, because they are in their wards.
So you've already told us that there are times when patients get really, really sick. Mm-hmm. What happens when patients get really, really sick? Do they still remain in the program?
Yes.
Were they allowed to take any other medicine apart from the medicine given to them by the president?
Yes, they have medicine there with the nurses.
Who will usually attend to them?
The nurses.
Can you mention some of the nurses that were there working with the patients?
Murlamin Jata was there, Nima Baji was there, our Jami was there, our Jai was there, Mommy was there. And who else? Binta Jami was also there.
In terms of record keeping, you mentioned that when you come from the labs, you usually come with the records showing their samples. Can you tell us how the records were kept?
No, I don't know. Because when I come, I just give them the results. I don't know how they kept the results.
Was there any form of record keeping?
I don't know.
Did you have any records of the patients with you at that time?
At that time, yes.
Which records were in your possession?
It was the results.
Do you still have those records with you?
No, because one time they called me and said the president requested for the results from Egypt, because the ones they were having was lost. And then I gave them my copy. They said they will photocopy it and give it to me back, but still no. I followed them, but they did not.
They said the ones they were having was lost.
The president, the results he was having was lost, and then he need other copies.
Did you make any photocopies of the records that you handed over?
No, I gave it to them for them to photocopy and give me my copy, but I followed them till the end of the program. They did not give it to me.
What was the essence of having those copies?
Me?
Yes.
In case they need it.
Wouldn't you say...
Or they lost their copies.
Wouldn't you say in order to check the history of the patient?
No, I just photocopy and keep In case they ask for me, I gave it to them.
So throughout the time that you worked as someone that draws blood from the patient, you did not have any records, proper records of any of the patients with you?
No, they are the one who keep records. The secretary there.
Who was the secretary there at that time?
Fatou Tambedu.
And you had no record with you?
No.
So you were just going with the flow with respect to the treatment?
Yes.
After coming from Egypt, over 5 times going back and forth, was there at any point that any of the patients were from the treatment and they said everything was okay with them?
Yes, they discharged some.
Do you know what happened to the patients that they discharged?
What's happened to them?
Yes.
They said they are okay, that's why they discharged them.
Do you know for certain that those patients were okay?
No, I don't know.
Did you at any point come across any of the patients that they had discharged from the treatment?
No.
After the treatment, where were you working?
Still at RVTH.
In what unit at the RVTH?
Still at hematology lab.
And at the hematology lab, you do come across HIV patients, correct?
No. The HIV patients are going to the IDC, infection disease control, at the pediatrics unit. They have a unit there.
So you have no connection with them?
No.
And you cannot tell us whether you've seen any patient return to the RVTH?
No.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for answering all of my questions, Mr. Chairman. That will be all from me for the witness.
Thank you very much indeed, my counsel, and thank you, Madam Ndow, for your testimony and for agreeing to come and help us understand this particular aspect of our proceedings. But thank you for coming to testify before us.
Yeah.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Commissioner C, Imam C, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, we appreciate your testimony here. My question is regards the trips you made to Egypt. Have you ever encountered any problems with him, given that you knew the missions he was sending you on were not based on any truth? If you ever had any problems in those trips with him? Secondly, the medication the president was using to treat these patients, those of you who are doctors, have you ever attempted to test those medicines to ascertain whether they were good or not? These are the questions.
Okay, no, we never have problem with him during our traveling to Egypt. We don't have any problem with him. Secondly, the medication, no, we never tested it.
Thank you. Commissioner, Commissioner Kinte, you have the floor, please.
Good afternoon, Awa.
Good afternoon.
In your explanations, you said in the beginning of for registration, if your CD4 count is low, you are rejected. You are not allowed. These are the most vulnerable people, because with the lower the CD4, the more vulnerable. Why are we rejecting those most vulnerable? Do you have any idea why?
No, I don't have any idea of why they're rejecting them.
But you agree that those are the most vulnerable?
Yes.
The second point is, you said once confirmed positive, you are always positive. You can never be negative. Now, let's take for an example that someone's viral load has become undetectable. If the person discontinues taking medication also, is it possible that the person resumes a high viral load level and so status rising to AIDS from HIV only? Yeah.
Yes, if he stop the, for example, if you are taking ARV,
yes,
when you stop it because of it's undetectable.
Yes.
If you stop it, the copies will multiply.
And then it will now become detectable.
Yes.
My third point is, you said the plasma and the blood cell, white blood cells are separated. Are they taken in separate cubes to Egypt, or because I was confused, one of them is taken or both?
No, it's one of them.
The plasma?
Yes, the plasma will be taken. Because the red cells, if you take the red cells and you spend more time on the way, it can hemolyze. That's why we use the plasma and then separate it in another tube and then take that one.
Now, you did the collection.
Yes.
Were you always custodian of these items from the collection until at the lab?
Yes.
You were the only custodian?
Yes.
No other person has access to them?
Yes, when I'm collecting the samples, because of the patients are too many, the nurses used to help me to collect the samples when we are going to Egypt.
But you don't doubt that when they collect, they are collecting from the appropriate patients for you?
Yes, the ones.
That is because the number is large.
The ones in the list.
But from then on, you are the custodian
Yes.
of the samples right to the lab.
Yes.
My next point is about the relationship between when you collect, you take it over. You don't have any access at the lab.
No.
They only give you finished
results.
Okay. Again, I have a point here. We have been told that a number of people died during treatment. If the numbers seried, because you have badges, maybe I first ask, is the numbering a continual thing from 0001 to 180 or to 1000? Or is it a badge arranged manner, like a badge 101 and so?
Yes.
Now, when someone's moved over from a badge because was not well and brought into a new badge, what is the arrangement?
You start that one. That badge also you start from 1, including those from the last batch.
Including those from the last batch?
Yes.
You serial them,
Yes.
one and so on?
Yes.
Now, when someone dies, 3 people have died in the interim, maybe 15, 28, 30. Obviously, when your numbers are coming, when you have been given to take samples again, did you have any moment when you detected absence, in which case you can, well, either conclude or speculate absence related to that?
No, I don't ask them.
So anytime you are given a new one, if you are going to administer,
yes.
You, like especially during at the moment of discharge, you just have the serial numbers in order.
Yes.
So even when one died, the number is now cancelled.
Yes.
So in that case, then people's
no. If somebody dies, it will not appear in that form.
Fine. If it does not appear and it was 18, now what was 19 will now become 18.
No, they will make another form. They will make another list starting from one. And
from one and so on.
That one.
That's what I'm saying. I said the inconsistency is the 19 now will replace the 18.
Yes.
20 replacing the 19. So there is a lot of credibility gap. Don't you think so?
Yes, but that's how they did.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Imam Sala, please.
Witness.
Yes.
Today, I want you to give us a validity of the project that you are participating in, because I think everybody is interested in actually what actually transpired, and you have disclosed to us here so the measures that we are taking and how they were doing it, whether valid or not, but you today can validate for us whether this project was really valid or not. Thank you.
It's not valid, because if the project was valid, you will have people negative results. When you recheck the antigen antibody, you will have negative. But after the treatment, even if you check the patients back, you will still have positive.
Thank you. That's it? Oh, thanks very much. Bishop, the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Ndow.
Yes.
You identified the samples returned by the number that was given to each patient. Now, for example, if you had, say, 5 Moriba Ketters, how are you going to identify which of the Moriba Ketters?
You will have initial.
Hello?
If you have 2 Moribas, you have initial in between. They will ask for initial. In between, yes.
Now, from the 60 patients plus, you mentioned that there are not more than 5.
No, 15.
Oh, 15, sorry. 15 undetectable. Now, how sure are you that the samples that we are taking to Egypt, that these 15 were not the original in the list before?
No, the ones in the list, that's the one we collected. Because to know that there are some healthy people, they include. Because for me, I was thinking that all of them are patients. But as far as patients were saying that there are other healthy people there, I cannot say no. Because they stay together there, I don't know.
Thank you. There are no other questions. Madam Ndow, what was the administrative arrangement in the Ministry of Health or at the RVH? What was the administrative arrangement? Were you, you said that you were receiving $1,000 a month.
Yes.
Is that a second salary in addition to what you were receiving at the hospital, or were there some arrangements that were worked out? And was everybody else in the program
that $1,000 is top up from the presidential treatment, but we were still receiving our salaries.
an allowance? Okay, thank you very much. If you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Okay. Just to thank the entire TRRC team, because to sit here and talk is not easy. With the help of them, I can able to do it. I thank all of them for their support.
Thank you very much indeed. And as I said, we are very grateful to you for agreeing to come and testify. As I said, help us understand this, the issues involved in this particular theme that we're involved in. Again, thank you so much on behalf of the Commission for coming to testify.
Thank you.
We will take a lunch break and then come back at 2:30. But lawyers and counsel, you guys have any points to raise before we do that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We will take a break now and we will resume for this afternoon session. I was wondering whether we can resume at 2 instead of 2:30, but there is prayer time. So maybe 2:15, so we can gain 15 minutes.
Well, you know my views on this. Those who want to spend time praying, that's why we start at 2:30. But if you can start at even 2 o'clock, we will do that. 2:15 is all right.
2:15 should be fine.
2:15 is all right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we'll take a lunch break now, and then at 2:15 sharp, we should be back here in the hall. Thank you all very much. Meeting is adjourned.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la? Skincare la. 2020 lañ wax de. Waaw. Fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache. Perfect skin. Skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek. Loo lañ soxlaati rek. Maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba laka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi di waxee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw Skincare Plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentey tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner Kiwi Eye the whole range Lighten Up Gold Tomatine I mean the list can just go on and on and on and on lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox Skincare Plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu nga United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek perfumes, fragrances, men's shirts, accessories. We do dresses as well. We do blouses. We do shoes. Name it, we do them. Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection. Zero task. Fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi defee task. Kenn waratu fi am problème kanam. Kenn waratu fi am problème yu picca. Boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii.
Love, love, love like fire. Bring my yobo, gumba fire. Love, 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 love like fire.
Miss B Designer Outlet is the #1 quality and affordable stop shop for all your needs. Get your evening dresses, suit and ties, office wears for both ladies and gentlemen, beach wears, sport wears, pure leather shoes for men, quality belts, bags, heels for all beautiful ladies, original perfumes, accessories, and a lot more. Find us at Kololini Road opposite Gaddafi Mosque at the Aqua Bridge Station, or call us on 295-3411 or 764-2486. Miss B Designer Outlet. Shop right, look good.
When we touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
So she became mine and see the
Thank you.